start saving like 5 or 10 hours a week. I save like 50 hours a week. It's like I double my output.
And today we are with Flo in San Francisco, and we'll be learning how to build AI agents from scratch as an absolute beginner.
It's trouble to find a reason why humans should keep working. You can talk to an AI agent to help you, and ask ChatGPT, you can do anything like that. And you will ask me like what kind of skill is good to acquire. I would say number one, being able to think about your processes in a step-by-step fashion. Number two, prompt tech. And I dislike prompt engineering because it makes it sound more complex than it is. It's just speaking in English. You're going to have to adopt these systems very fast. Otherwise, someone else is going to do it and they're going to take you out of the job.
Hi Flo, thanks so much for taking out the time.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Flo runs this company called Lindy, which makes it really easy for you to build AI agents from scratch. We'll talk more about that in some time. But my audience are people who are getting into their career, people who are already thinking of starting a business, people who are curious about learning about AI. So to them, if you had to explain from scratch, what is an AI agent? Why is it useful? And what are the different applications of it? How do you describe it?
Yeah. An AI agent, you can think of it as like ChatGPT, except it does stuff. So ChatGPT today, you can just chat with it and it responds, and it's awesome, it's really useful, but it doesn't really do anything, right? So an AI agent, imagine if you could talk to with ChatGPT and you could ask it like, hey, I want you to help me with my marketing. And I want you to post campaigns on Facebook ads, for example. Or I want you to help me create a website. Or I want you to help me answer my emails and draft my emails and record my meetings and take notes for my meetings. That's what an AI agent is. So you can almost think of it as like an AI employee that actually does things for you. I think today it's sort of like more like an AI intern that does very simple things, but little by little it's gaining more and more in capabilities. And eventually it's going to be just like a full AI employee. And I think we're pretty close to having like fully autonomous AI organizations that will just completely run by AI employees.
That's a lot for people to take in. But for people who have just used ChatGPT, how is this different from ChatGPT? What's the difference between an AI agent and ChatGPT?
Yeah. An AI agent connects to your apps, it connects to your systems, and it can use your apps and your systems in order to do stuff. So, for example, one of the big use cases that people had for AI agents, like one personal use case, is like pre-drafting responses to their email. So me, every morning I have an agent, and it just, every time I receive an email, it drafts a response for me. And so I just open Gmail and I have the response here for me, ready for me to review. And if it's good, I send it. If it's not good, I change it, I send it. And then the agent notices that I changed the draft that it wrote and it learns from it. And so little by little, it's getting better and better and better. Or for example, I have an AI agent that sits with me in all my meetings. And it takes notes for the meetings. If I mention that there is an action item for someone, I'm like, hey, action item for Ishan is to send this email to this customer. It's then going to create a task for Ishan in like, task tracker linear. It's going to send reminders. It's going to send the meeting summary to the people who were in the meeting. It's going to coach me about the meeting. It's going to be like, hey, I saw that you said this and this. I thought you could have done that better. So AI agents can use your apps. Yeah.
Very interesting. That's the main difference between ChatGPT and AI agents. Now, if I want to understand the applications of AI agents, I know you mentioned some of them. Why are AI agents important to businesses? And does it mean that people who are watching are going to lose their jobs?
Oh, wow. Starting with the tough questions, I think. I'll start with the easy one about why do you want it in your business. There's two big reasons. There's the cost savings, but I think most importantly, there's like the speed and the scalability. So yes, there's the cost savings, which is like, look, it is cheaper than a human and it's like way faster and most importantly, and that's the second thing, way more scalable. So we're in touch with customers. One big use case for AI agents is customer support, right? So you got your customers, got your AI agent, and your AI agents watch your Zendesk or Freshdesk, Intercom, whatever customer support inbox you use. It monitors this inbox and it responds to support tickets. And in order to do that, it leverages your own knowledge base, your own documentation, whether that's on Google Docs or Notion or whatever. And it perhaps issues refunds when the customers ask for a refund. It like tells them about their order status if you're managing like an e-commerce business and so on and so forth. Again, it is cheaper than the human, but the main reason why our customers use our Lindy AI agents for the customer support is because otherwise, it's a nightmare. You need to continuously hire customer support people as you scared. So it's just a lot of complexity to like, you've got to find good customer support people. You've got to interview them. You've got to hire them. You've got to train them and onboard them. You've got to manage them. Very often they don't do a good job. You've got to coach them. If they don't do a good job, you can fire them if they don't do a good job. And then you end up with like some big companies that have hundreds and hundreds of customer support people. So now you need to like all sorts of like systems and processes and like layers of management. And it's just a headache, right? And so AI agents let you just build your one AI agent for customer support. You build it once, and every so often you update it. But you know that it's going to scale infinitely. It's like the cloud. It's like a just cloud for knowledge work. And it's going to scale elastically with your demand. If you get 1 million support tickets tomorrow because you're blowing up, it's going to be able to handle all 1 million support tickets. And if you get 0, it's not going to cost you anything. Yeah.
Very interesting. Now, for people who are watching this and want to start building AI agents and using them, what are the most important skill sets that they would need to learn? Like in the AI later world, what are the most important skill sets that they need to have to thrive and do it?
You know, I would say it's really hard to isolate it to a single skill set. I would just call it creating and managing AI agents. And it's kind of like if you said like, oh, what's the one skill set that I'll acquire to be a good tennis player? And it's just like, there's like 1,000 things. It's just like a lot of things. And so what I would tell people is just like play tennis. Just play tennis. If you want to be a good, it's like you know, like you're like a great content creator. You've done thousands of videos. There's no secret. Like if you ask people what's the secret of success to make a video, it's like, look, you can give me 5 bullet points or 10 or 20, but really you've just got to do it. You've just got to do it. And so what I would tell people, and this is not to be trying to like sell my stuff, by the way, like whether it's Lindy or any other platform, I think we're the best one. You gotta do it. You gotta just like spend your life using these systems. And so to go back to your question about like, all people are going to lose their jobs. Long term, yes. Like long term, like look, AGI is coming. I struggle to find a reason why humans should keep working. To me, it's the same thing as like, look, we've got tractors now. So we don't have really farmers, well, except in like poor countries, but like in developed countries, we don't have like farmers like picking things with their bare hands or like working the earth. Like we've got machines to do that. Like why would humans do this? I think that the same thing is going to happen to knowledge work. Physical work is gotten away mostly. Knowledge work is the next one, and like it's just going to be so much better, so much faster, so much cheaper, smarter, just like better on every way. That why would humans work over the long term? I simply don't see a compelling reason why they should work, and I think that's desirable. I think that's the outcome we want. Like jobs are a mean to an end. You know, if we can have what we want is the products and the food and the services and the housing. If we can have that without requiring people to work, why would we work? You know, so very long term, yes. It is coming for everyone's job, including mine, including yours. Short and medium term, I do think it's going to be disrupted. I don't think it's going to cost people's jobs. But just to characterize what I mean by short and medium term, I mean 5 to 10 years. And so yes, it's going to be deeply disruptive, and you're all going to have to adopt these systems very fast. Otherwise, someone else is going to do it, and they're going to take you out of a job. So you've got a short and medium term, your job is going to be transformed from doing the work to managing the agents that do the work. Yeah.
We'll do a demo of how to build agents as well. But if we had to talk about the basics of what it requires to build an AI agent, what would it be? If someone wants to build an AI agent today, what would they need to get started? And what is happening behind the scenes inside an AI agent?
Yeah. I think step one is to be really clear about what you want to achieve. And if you can think of the work you want done, and if you can articulate it as a sequence of steps and branches, it's actually sort of similar to programming, right? It's just a programming in natural language, right? It's like step one, for example, we have an AI agent that receives support tickets. So step one, you receive a support ticket on Intercom. Step two, you check the knowledge base on Notion. Step three, did you find the answer to the question in the knowledge base? If so, respond. If not, perhaps ping me on Slack. Tell me, hey, Ishan, I can't find the answer. Someone's reaching out to me. I don't know what to do. You know, if that's the case, now you're on that second branch. If I give you the answer, send that answer to the customer, and then update your own knowledge base on Notion. So that way you don't ask me the same question twice. So like that's how you make these agents continuously self-improving. I forgot to answer the second question.
It was what's happening behind the scenes.
Oh, and yeah, behind the scenes. What's happening behind the scenes is it's an LLM on Rails. So basically what you do is that you define the rails and the boundaries of the LLM. So for example, like the flow I just mentioned, I just said, step 1, intercom message received. Step 2, check the knowledge base on Notion. That's just always going to happen in this sequence. You're like, I'm not asking you AI agent whether to check the knowledge base. I'm telling you every time this is happening, right? Step 3, did you find the answer in the knowledge base? Yes or no? That's all you get to say as an AI agent. That's your rail. Yes or no? Yes. Answer to the support ticket. And here your rail is like, yo, but answer to the support ticket. So all you have to decide is what you answer based on the knowledge base that you defined.
Do you have more examples of AI agents which are like highly popular?
Yeah. Sales is a really big one. So for example, lead outreach, lead qualification. So, hey, a prospective customer is submitting a form on my website. They want to hear more about my product or my service. What you can do is you can have an AI agent perform research about this person online. So literally go on Google and look up their website, look up their LinkedIn, look up all sorts of information about them. And then what you have found is that information. Decide whether to engage with them. So that's another branch. And if you do decide to engage based on whatever criteria, you engage with them in a personalized fashion. So here you give the agent an email template, or like, hey, this is the sort of email I like to send, but you're going to have to personalize the email based on the information that you found about this person online. That's another pretty popular AI agent.
Amazing. Now, there are two types of people that are watching this video. One are people who are developers, and other are who are not really tech-oriented people. How can someone build an AI agent for both the types of people? Ones who can code and ones who cannot.
There's different platforms out there. Some of them are more catering to developers, and some of them, like ours, are really catering to like everyone, like more like a no-code platform that helps you build your AI agent. I would say people get intimidated. They're like, AI agent, it sounds so complicated. It's actually gotten quite simple. You know, if you can use Airtable or Notion or Bubble or even like Google Sheets, you can figure out how to build an AI agent. It's just like everything. It's like at first you're going to struggle. You're going to be like, how does this work? But after literally just a couple of hours, you're going to get the hang of it and you're going to be able to create really good agents.
How do you get unstuck? Like if you are stuck with a problem, what do you do to move fast? Because most people give up.
Totally. Well, I think step 1, you just try a bunch of crap. You just like, ideally you have a mental model for what's going on, but like worst case, you're just stumbling in the dark and you try a bunch of things until you can unlock them. That is surprisingly effective, honestly. Another thing you can do is you can talk to an AI agent to help you. We have an AI agent in our product, like there's like a little bubble in the corner, so you can ask for help to an AI agent. You can ask ChatGPT, you can do anything like that. And then there's like communities. So like we have like a Slack community where people are like asking questions and sending, like helping each other and so forth. Or you can also like watch tutorials. There's like a lot of tutorials online on how to create agent. There's a lot of ways to teach yourself and get unstuck.
Amazing. Let's get on to Lindy and try to make our simple AI agent from scratch.
That's right.
We are on Lindy AI.
Yeah.
Okay, take us through the interface. Tell us how do you get started with building your first AI agent?
Yeah, first of all, you click try for free here. There is the sign up form here. Do you want to sign up with your Google account?
Yep, let's do it.
It always starts by setting you up with a meeting note taker, because it's just like a universally useful agent that like everybody can benefit from. Everybody's got meetings. It just sucks to be able to have to take notes during your meetings. So it's asking for your calendar permissions and your email permissions in order to be able to take notes during your meetings, and then send the summaries by email after the meeting.
So it already knows what agents I want to build.
It always starts with this one default agent, but then on top of that, you can build as many agents as you want.
Okay, let's go for it. This is the first agent that I'm building without writing a single line of code.
That's right.
Then you can schedule your meetings too.
So this is another meeting. This is the meeting scheduler. So you can just like CC Lindy to your emails and get her to schedule your meeting, just like a human assistant would.
Oh.
Yeah.
So basically, if someone sends me a meeting saying that let's meet at 9 p.m., so I can add this email.
That's correct.
CC.
So you basically just treat Lindy like a human assistant. So like Lindy can help us find time. So if the person offered the time, she can just like send the calendar invite. If they didn't, Lindy can like look at your calendar. She can offer times. She can go back and forth and so forth.
Very cool.
That's it. You're in.
Okay,
You're
we're in the dashboard.
Yes.
What do we have here?
So here you've got the Lindys that we installed for you. So we start with a meeting note taker, a meeting prep assistant that every day is going to look at your calendar and prepare you for your meetings by researching people who are on your calendar, and a meeting scheduler. That's like the one we just discussed. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss this. Do you want to go ahead and create an agent?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. What agent can we create? Do you have anything you're looking to automate in your business?
So one thing we do all the time is sales, lead generation, then sending out the emails, cold outreach, stuff like that. I think lead or outreacher would be a good one.
Yeah. Let's do that then. Let's create a lead generation plus outreach all in one. So basically, and again, this is this thing I just mentioned about if you can think about your system and your process in a step-by-step way, then you're like 80% of the way there. And so here, the step-by-step process is going to be like, I'm going to tell this sales agent what kind of leads I'm looking for. And then it's going to look for these leads. It's going to ask me which ones look good, which ones I wanted to reach out to. And then I'm going to tell it. And then it's going to reach out to all of these leads. So that's the step-by-step process. So I'm going to start from scratch. And the trigger is the thing that makes the Lindy start to work. So in this case, it's just me going to this agent, we call them Lindys, and asking it to generate some leads for me. So I'm going to be like, chat with this Lindy, message received. And here, like the greeting message is what the Lindy is asking me when we start a conversation. So here it's like, hi, I'm a sales agent. Tell me what kind of leads you are looking for. You can tell me job titles, previous companies, company sizes, localities, etc. And go ahead.
This is the message that the agent will send me when I open the agent.
That's correct.
Perfect.
And once I've given it this information, we're going to perform an action. And we have an action that's called search for people. So search for people right here. And
how does it work exactly?
So it's using a prospecting API. It's like a sales prospecting API to find people. It's a bit expensive. We're working on making it cheaper. For the record, we are realizing no margin on this. This is actually the cost of the provider. So this is like 40 credits per lead that it finds.
Oh.
So it is a bit pricey. There are ways to make it cheaper, but for now, this is like by far the simplest way. And
have you tried the Apollo API?
Yeah, that's one of the things we're looking into. Yeah. In our experience, this gives you better results than the Apollo API, but it is more expensive. So, and this is the magic of it is, so anytime you create an action in an AI agent, you've got these fields that the action is expecting. And the fields can be in one of three settings. There's either you can set the field manually,
okay,
or you can prompt the AI. So you give it a prompt for the AI to know what to put in this field, or you can just let the AI figure it out completely autonomously, no prompt. In this case, I'm just going to, like the search query, I'm going to be auto because it saw the message, I sent it.
Right.
And it's like, I don't need to tell you what to do, you know what to do. Right? And here there's a limit, and this is the number of leads that I want. I'm going to set this manually to 5 for now. Or let's just go with a prompt. So I'm going to be like, default to 5 if I didn't specify a number. Right. But otherwise I can specify a number. Okay, so now it's going to find this, and now I'm going to enter another step in the agent, and I'm going to be like, show me the list of people you found, and ask me which ones I want to reach out to. Okay, and again, the beauty of it is, and this is what I mean by it's so easy, like I'm literally talking to it in English. So an AI agent here is a node that keeps looping. This is why there's that blue arrow like that's rounding around it, until what we call an exit condition is true. So it's almost like you're on the highway and there's like an off-ramp, right? So you just keep circling the highway, and then at some point you take the off-ramp.
Okay.
In this case, the off-ramp is, I'm going to, and it can execute any skills that it wants while it's on the highway. So here, one of the skills I'm going to give it is I'm going to give it the search for people skill again. And the reason I'm doing this is because suppose that it didn't find the right people. So I'm going to be like, nah, this is not what I want.
Keep finding people until you find the right people.
That's correct. Until. The until is the key word. And now the until, this exit condition here is like exit once, the default says until the task is complete.
Right.
But actually it should just say until exit once, I have told you to go ahead and reach out to people. Okay?
Got it.
And now what this agent is going to do is it's going to loop through the people I've asked it to reach out to. So I'm going to enter a prompt here, and I'm going to see it's like items to look through. So I'm going to go like the people I have asked you to reach out to. And I'm going to go ahead and, perhaps just do like a perplexity search about this person. So now I'm inside the loop. This is this like purple box here. And this loop basically is going to execute once for each lead that we found. So for each lead, it's going to search perplexity, and I'm going to be like, search information about this lead on perplexity. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it send an email to this lead. So we have a Gmail send action, send email. Do you have an example of like a template or something you want to reach out about?
Yeah, I think we can get that from my mail itself. I was reaching out to people for this trip of mine. This is what we normally send. Hey, Jeff.
Oh, I love this. I love this. Okay, so I'm going to put that in a prompt here. And
that name could be a placeholder.
That is correct. So here, and because it's a prompt, people ask me, what they do is they use like curly braces, but you're basically, at this point, you're talking to Claude.
Right.
So it's a really advanced AI. Like, it's going to understand what you mean here. You can just you can do anything you want.
What is the definition of what you said? Like, basically, it's a LM which has guardrails.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So, okay, so I'm visiting SF, yada. I create content around AI, tech and business, and I'd love to collaborate with MB Robotics. I came across, so see here, I can see like company name, and found it to be really awesome. And here I can be like, feel free to slightly edit this to make it a bit more personalized based on what you found about this person. Again, it's just English. It's literally, and by the way, it supports every other language, because if you try to talk to Claude in Hindi or whatever, it's going to work. So I'd love to collaborate with company name to help it create content or promote it on my socials. I would love to catch up in person to explore how we can collaborate. Boom, boom. Here there's a signature. We default to send via Lindy, but let's just remove it. And what I'm going to do, so people often ask like, oh my God, it's so scary because it's going to send emails for me. How do I trust it and all of that stuff, which I think is a good question. So what we do is in one click, you can make sure that it asks for confirmation before doing anything. So here, boom, it won't be able, this is one guardrail. You won't be able to send the email without your confirmation. So what it's going to do is it will show you the email. You're going to have a chance to change it and then send it. And then after the email is sent, it's going to exit the loop. And then in the end, I'm going to enter another AI agent. And I'm going to be like, at the end of the loop, once it's done all of this, I'm going to be like, tell me what you did.
Got it.
That's it.
Summarize the thing that you did.
Exactly. We created an AI agent just now. That's it. I'm gonna name it sales agent.
And we'll find out the email automatically of that person.
I'm sorry?
It will find out the email of that person automatically.
That's correct. The sky is the limit. Like, you can do so much more here. You could send it reminders. You could wait. If the person replies, you could like then CC your scheduling Lindy automatically.
Right.
You can
follow up and all.
That's right. You can do everything. Like, this is just like a pretty simple AI agent. Like, it took me 2 minutes to create. Let's try it. So I'm going to turn it on. And let's go to tasks. So here, this is the greeting message I defined. Do you have an idea for the kind of person you're looking for?
Yeah, let's reach out to some... I want to reach out to the latest YC batch companies who are into robotics, let's say, for example.
I don't think you'll be able to find the latest YC batch companies because of the prospecting API we're using. There is a way to do this too.
But let's say I want to reach out to maybe 2023 batch.
We can try that.
Right?
We can try that.
Who are into, let's say something into marketing, for example.
Yeah. Let's try it. So usually the way it works best is if you give it like a title. So like a CEO of a company, like a software company with less than 100 people in San Francisco. Right? Yeah.
Let's say I want to reach out to CMOs of companies with less than 50 employees into marketing.
Yeah, you could be like CMO or head of marketing or director of growth You could even like add in parentheses, like come up with other titles if you want, you know.
Perfect. Let's do this.
That's it. I think the YC 2023 may be what trips it up. So here, this is the rail. It's like the agent is not even deciding. It just knows it's got to search for people. It has found some people. So it's found these people, and now it's asking you which one.
Oh, I did not specify SF as the location.
You did not specify SF. Did
you
specify SF?
I did not. I think I.
All right. Well, this is why we gave it the skill. You can just do it again. Just be like, oh, no, I meant SF.
Keep the location to SF.
Yeah, let's try this.
Let's go with that.
You can dismiss this 1 sec. Let me take a picture close. Oh.
So this is the first node, which is search for people. We've not yet started the next AI agent one, which again.
No, we are currently in the AI agent.
Okay.
Because it already found people, and now it's like using its scale to do other searches.
And now we have all the companies that are in SF who are into marketing from the YC 2023 batch.
That's right.
Very cool.
So now you can be like, yeah, reach out to all of them.
Perfect. Reach out to all of them. And this is all run by Claude Sonnet.
This is Claude Sonnet.
Why not Gemini or Foro?
You can decide. So when you go here and when you set up your agent, any step you can customize which agent, which model powers the agent. We support Gemini, O3, GPT 4.1, GPT 4, everything. I really like Claude. That's our default because it's just really powerful and really cheap. But yeah, so you see here what it's doing is it's looping over the agent. And basically there's like 3 sub-agents that will spun up. And it searched Perplexity for all of those. And now it wrote this email for all of those. So it says, you see, I came across an expression and I was really impressed by how you're revolutionizing patient experience through AI solutions. You know, you're going to have to prompt it a little bit better. I don't know about you. Like, I don't really like how LLMs write sometimes. So, like, prompt it a little bit better.
Over explain.
Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, let's delve, you know.
Delve. Delve is the word.
So, you know, you can customize it. And this is the part where it's asking you for confirmation. And then once you like it, you can just send the email.
Very cool. I think maybe we can let's just go with it.
Let's do it.
Yep, let's send this. And it found the email. Now it is sending it out the email itself.
That's right. And basically, you can do this for each of the 3 people that it found right now.
Oh. But if I would have turned that off, it would automatically send all the emails.
I'm sorry?
If I would have turned that off, the thing which says, ask me before I say that.
That's correct. I actually have another agent that's almost identical to this one that I use for recruiting. And so I've turned it off because what I do is I reach out to like 200 people at a time because people were coming a lot. And so I just be like, hey, I want 200 software engineers in San Francisco or Palo Alto or whatever. Send. And then it just does everything. And it finds them, sends 200 emails, sends reminders. If they say yes, reaches out and like schedules the interviews. It's basically like a fully autonomous AI recruiter.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. We've now just sent 2 emails.
And so if you go back to the parent task here, try reloading the page. You can go back to the parent task and just reload the page. I think it's still loading. Once it's done, basically it's going to tell you what it did. Yeah.
I think this is the update.
Yeah. So it's like, it's basically all.
But this is a part of the loop itself.
Yeah.
I can open this up as well.
That's right. So now you're inside the loop. So that's what I mean. Like it's pretty easy to create the agents. Like, I'm an expert obviously because I built the platform. But like once you're good and you can become this good in like half a day, you can create AI agents like this in like it took us 5 minutes, something like that.
Right.
And then the sky is the limit. You can just keep building and building and building on your agents. Yeah.
Show me some more examples.
Yeah.
Templates.
Well, the meeting prep assistant template is interesting. So here it's actually right here. When a calendar event is starting, it is checking if it's an external meeting. Again, it's just English. It's like if the meeting includes external attendees, then you go on Perplexity, you research the attendees, you find the profile of the LinkedIn URL, and then you check your email history with this person, and then you send me an email with the meeting prep.
Got it.
Yeah.
And basically people can just save this and start using it in their workflow.
Yeah, exactly.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Other templates, I really like the meeting note taker. It's just like a template that I use all the time. It's in all my meetings all day. And at a high level, it's really simple. It's like, hey, when a calendar event is starting, if it's a virtual meeting with a meeting link, you're going to record the meeting, you're going to join it, and then you're going to email me your notes after the meeting.
This is basic logic that you're writing.
It's so simple.
Yeah.
Right? And this is what I mean by people let themselves be intimidated. It's like, oh my God, AI agents. There's like this kind of platform out there now that makes it super, super, super simple.
This is actually very cool. I've tried other automation platforms, but all of them require you to enter some JSON or know some background of REST APIs and things like that for it to actually work. But this is just plain English.
100%.
How did you decide that you want to go this route?
Lots of iteration. And as you can tell, it's still not perfect. It is actually going to be a lot better. One thing I'm particularly excited about is we are building an agent that builds agents for you. So it's like cursor for agents. So you won't even have to do this work. You're just going to have a little copilot on the side, and you're like, hey, I want a sales agent that does X, Y, and Z. And it's going to be like, okay, boom, 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 sets up the agent for you, and then runs the test.
Super cool.
Yeah.
What else can we try out with Lindy?
Let's see. Do you have any other thing that you're eager to automate? Do you have any supporting, or do you have any I assume you've got a lot of prospective sponsors that reach out to you.
Yeah.
So that's one big use case, people who reach out to people who use Lindy to triage their email inbox. So we are gonna create. So again, it always starts with the trigger. You ask yourself, how does the Lindy know when to wake up? And in this case, it's just I'm gonna receive an email. Right. So email received, and filter by only emails with external sending addresses. Right. So when your team emails you, it shouldn't do that. And what you can do is we're going to have a condition here. So this is one of these branching paths.
If this looks like a brand deal.
A what? Oh, yeah, exactly. If this looks like a brand deal.
Partnership or
partnership offering, right? Someone wanting to partner for them to go on my podcast or something like that, right? Then you could even add another condition, which is if they look serious.
If they look serious?
Yeah, if they seem serious. There's the beauty of AI agents. Do they seem serious? And look, this is where you basically, and you were asking me what kind of skill is good to acquire. I would say number one, being able to think about your processes in a step-by-step fashion. Number two, prompting. And I dislike prompt engineering because it makes it sound more complex than it is. It's just speaking in English.
Right.
It's you just try to explain it very clearly. So how do you know when someone is serious? This is an actual question for you. How do you know? I assume 90% of people who reach out to you are
maybe they would be more in depth in the company that they're talking about, in the work they want to do,
right? In
the deliverables that they're asking, a media kit, something like that.
Some details about the company, the kind of partnership they have in mind, etc. And so if they seem serious, then you can perhaps respond to the email, or perhaps just ping you on Slack. What do you want? Just Slack.
Sheets is great, I think.
Yeah, let's do Sheets.
Let's do Sheets.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make it log its what to do in a spreadsheet here. And so I'm gonna go partnership opportunities sheet, and here I'm gonna go date in format YYYY-mm-dd. And so basically the agent is going to see the header here. So if I want the agent to log any more information, I can literally just add columns here. So I can be date, I can be name of person who reached out, company, details. That's it, right? Details / notes. And now I'm going to go back to Lindy and I'm going to be append a row to a spreadsheet. It's requiring your Google Sheets permissions.
Yep.
And right here, it found the spreadsheet we created. I'm going to select the first sheet, and I'm literally going to leave this alone. It's just the AI.
Oh, this is the stuff that they make you to write, the other automation
That's right.
platform.
I'm literally just leaving this alone. That's it. And then if they don't seem serious, maybe we just archive the email, or maybe I just label it with something else. I'm going to go here. I'm going to go I don't think there is a label right here. Add label to email. Oh, it's gonna ask for your authorizations. The problem is we always require the strict minimum of authorizations at any given moment.
Yeah.
So here it's gonna need your label permissions. And so here it's like, if this doesn't seem like a serious offer, then I'm just gonna label it like unserious. That's it.
Makes sense.
Well done. We've got an email triager. So email partnership triager. I can run a test now. I could email you too if you want.
Let's see. Or let's just... So this is running in real time.
This is running in real time.
Got it.
So what is your email address again?
It is this one, right?
Partnership opportunity. Hi, Ishan. I'm a big fan of the podcast. I would love to explore partnership opportunities. I am very serious. I'm working for a company called Lindy. We are willing to explore different avenues to partner.
Wow. That's speed.
This is not Lindy. This is Whisper Flow, not affiliated. I just love that. Boom. My email just showed up here. Click
Oh,
select.
wow.
And now it's going to run the test. So you're going to see it go through the steps here. So it's starting with the email
Do
receipt.
you think it'll look serious?
We'll see. Boom. Oh, this doesn't seem like a serious offer. How dare it? Oh my God, I'm so insulted.
Let's ask, what do you think is a serious offer?
Well, in order to do that, you would need to enter an AI agent here. I don't even want to ask it, but this is the part where you have to work a little bit on the flow, right? So it's like, it doesn't seem like a serious offer. For example, if the person is sending this.
What was your... the problem is the non-serious ones say just partnership or something like that.
Right.
The better ones say something more. So I'll give you an example. Let's say I'm working with Duolingo. My Duolingo partnership. Maybe this is what the Duolingo thing looks like. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think the idea is that this will help me sort out all of my partnership emails.
Yeah.
Through the agent itself.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, and this is the part where it's like an intern. Just imagine you onboard someone in your team and you're like, hey, if it seems serious, you've got to tell it a little bit. So maybe what is a serious email? So this is the part where you tell it, right?
But we can also just ask it to reply to it.
You could ask it to do that.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
so instead of append row, we can just say that reply to this email.
We can do both. So we can do send a reply. I'm going to make it ask for confirmation. And here you can be like, say that you're interested and ask for more information.
Yeah, ask for more deliverables and timeline maybe.
Yeah.
For... Maybe that.
That's it. And so save it. Well, save it. Test it. I'm going to reuse the same email. Aha. I was this time.
Hey, so it's now serious.
This time it thinks I'm serious. Thank you for reaching out. I'm interested in exploring partnership opportunities. Could you share more details about the specific type of partnerships? Confirm. Boom.
Let's go. So this was a reply. So I can go on my Gmail right now. And I should have this as a reply.
That's correct.
Wow. This is insane.
Took 2 minutes.
This is literally going to double my revenue.
Well, I only need 10%. Yeah, we've actually got a lot of influencers. I can't say who, but there's some extremely big influencers that are basically building their business on Lindy.
This makes a lot of sense because look at this. This is all deals and deals. Look at this.
Are you doing this yourself, or do you have a team doing this for you?
I have a team who handles afterward I see this, but I have to see this. Look at this. This is a brand deal, and it's just on and on like that.
The crazy thing is, so we have a lot of influencers who use us for this exact use case. And then we have a lot of brands that use Lindy to reach out to this influencer.
Basically, Lindy talking to Lindy.
It is. That's happened multiple times. Absolutely. Yeah. And I actually think it's good, right? Because it just makes the market more efficient.
Yeah.
Right? It just means like, hey, influencers just receive a lot of offers and like just the right offers go through. And it's all agents doing all the middle work. Yeah.
Very cool. Now, how do you avoid something like that? What just happened? It thought it was not serious, then it made it look serious. So is that some hallucination which is happening by Claude, or how can we prevent something like that from happening?
Yeah, I think it's just models. Models are smart, but they're not like human level smart yet, right? Like I think right here, this condition. So that's the beauty of this platform is like you can select which model to power each step individually. So here, for example, maybe I'm like, hey, this step always fails. I'm gonna change it, and I'm gonna make it 01.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. I'm going to make it 03. Or I'm going to make it Gemini 2.5 Pro. That's one way you can make it perform better. Or actually, I think Cloud is going to succeed here. You just need to make it, need to like tweak the condition a little bit.
And we can also change this from email received to just check emails for today or for this week. Just check all the emails for this week.
You could, and then you could loop through the emails that it
Yeah.
Yeah, you could do that too.
So we can replace this.
Right. So like here, basically the trigger would be the timer, right? So you want it to wake up every week or something?
Yeah, like let's say every morning.
Every morning.
And just see the last 24-hour emails.
Totally. So here the trigger is going to be every morning.
Yes.
So there is what
Say
we
9
call,
a.m.
there is a timer trigger. So on a recurring schedule, and we can just say every day at 9 a.m. And I'm going to make it search through emails. We're going to run into a platform limitation. But we're going to make it search. Which is, we're going to need to take all of this here and make it inside the loop.
Oh.
Today, there is no way to move nodes to inside the loop, which
makes sense.
It's really annoying.
But then we can get rid of the not serious one.
Yeah, right. I think there's a hack. I think if you select a node and then I click here.
Well, you can just drag all of this and drop it inside.
No, that's the platform. Look at it. So, oh wait, I think there's a workaround. I think if I do this, oh my god, look how buggy it looks. Basically, what I gotta do is this, and I'm gonna ask it to clear. Oh my god, it worked.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no human is going to figure this out. So this is ideally you would want to be able to just drag and drop, and we're gonna have this soon. Can't believe it worked. Okay, so I am going to, we don't even need this first condition because what we can do, I'm just gonna delete this condition, and here I can just add a prompt, and I can be like, the emails for the last 24 hours that look like they are offers, they're like proposals for
partnerships or brand
partnership or brand deal. And so now it's going to search for email. And so this is the search for emails action takes a lot of parameter, but I'm just going to like leave all of this empty. I'm going to set this manually. It's going to be empty. It's going to be empty. It's going to be empty. And before, I'm just like today, like right now, and after 24 hours ago. Right. So like this is like the last 24 hours.
Yeah.
And again, this is what I mean by like if you can think in this way, it's almost thinking like a programmer. You're not coding, but you're really like building this logic.
Pseudocode.
That's right. It's pseudocode. That's the right way to put it. Okay, I think we are in a good spot. And now it's going to do all of this.
Let's make it run right now, 11:30.
Okay.
We can change the time.
Well, if you click test, it just manually runs the schedule.
Okay.
So.
Wow. My audience might not understand this, but basically every day I get like dozens of emails for partnerships.
So you see, it's found these today, and now it's looping. So if I click here, it's going to open the loop. And this doesn't seem like a serious offer. This doesn't seem like a serious offer. This doesn't seem like a serious offer. Oh, wow. It just seems all of them are not serious. Well, yeah, because this one is just like, let's connect during my SF visit.
Yeah.
This one, I don't know what it is. Partnership. Oh, wait, this one is mine again. It just keeps thinking I'm not serious. What you can do? Let's make this 01. right? Like, fuck this. Let's retry. So it's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah,
O1
yeah.
is super slow.
But the cool part is you don't have to enter your own API keys and all that stuff handled by Lindy itself.
Totally. It's going to take a bit longer. This doesn't seem like a serious offer. This doesn't seem like a serious offer.
This is the same one. This is the one that we did right now.
I think to its defense, like, I don't think it does seem like a serious offer. Like, it's kind of, no one is going to say, I'm very serious.
Yeah.
Right, in a serious offer. So, yeah, if this doesn't seem like a serious offer, for example, the person is sending this from a Gmail account instead of a corporate account, or they just seem to want free coverage or something like that. Like, this is the part where you're just going to have to, like, yeah. All right, let's do a little test.
Oh, but the thing is that it's now 12 a.m., so I don't know if there are any emails.
Well, it's just using the last 24 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see what it's doing. So that's the part about O1. Again, it's just very slow. This seems serious right here. So you see, like, the prompting worked here. This is me. My email seems serious. I won. You tried to link, but the agent arrived. That is, yes, it can't send a reply because it used to be able to send a reply because it was just below a received email thing. So now what we have to do is we have to replace this by a Gmail. I think there is a send email. Yeah, I think we just need to, like,
draft email.
No, I think send email is good, and then we just ask for confirmation. And right here, this is where you tell it. You tell it, yeah. I'm just ask for confirmation is all the table done, and so this is the part where you're like, tell them you received their email, and ask for more details. But what else did you say? You said details on
deliverables and timelines.
Deliverables, timelines, extra. All right, let's do one last test. And so this is what I mean by, like, it's just working through it. You just keep iterating. You keep
figuring it out by just writing.
It's the same as coding. You know, when you code, you're never going to get it right first shot. You just compile, you run it, you refresh your page, you see what happens, and you just rinse and repeat. This is me. This is serious. And now it's sending me the email.
Perfect. Hi, Flo.
That's it.
Incredible. I love this. Crazy. So amazing. So we learned how to make a simple sales agent, email reply agent.
Yeah.
And we also looked at meeting prep assistant and meeting note taker.
Yeah.
What else can people do for them to try it out? Like, if people are still watching this video till the end, what would you want them to try out with Lindy AI?
So if you're in a business, customer support, sales, like, those are easy. Otherwise, like, personal assistance is, like, the very big one. And so here, exactly what we cover, like the meeting recording, the meeting preparation, the email triaging is a really big one. I have two other agents I really like. I have one that helps me make better decisions. So what it does is it wakes up every week on Friday, and at the end of the week, it just pings me and it asks me for decisions I made this week. And then it remembers all the decisions I made, and it asks me for, like, it pings me again in 6 months, in 12 months after each decision. And it's like, Flo, you made this decision a year ago.
How's it going?
Exactly. How did that work? And then it coaches me. It's like, what did we learn here? This didn't go well. This went well. How can we improve our thinking?
But you're informing it about every decision that you're taking.
It sends like a quick message, I send it, and I don't even need to think about it. It just sends me these messages. I've also connected this agent to my meeting note taker agent. So this agent knows of every meeting I had. So say, hey, I noticed in that meeting you made a decision here to, like, hire or not hire someone, for example, you know. So this one I really like. I have an agent to help you manage your personal network.
Oh.
We, for the record, it's considered a bit cringe to have like the personal CRM. It's like very transactional, but it's there for friends. You know, it's for professional connections.
How does it work?
So it has a Google Sheets, and I can send it a message, and I'm like, hey, add Ishan to my CRM, okay? And I'm like, Ishan is like an influencer. He's based in India, okay? And then every so often, I go and I send it a message not to add someone to my CRM, but to help me find people in my CRM. So I'm like, who do I know, for example? If I'm traveling to India, I'm like, who do I know in India? And it's going to be like, oh, Ishan.
Yep.
It actually goes even a step further because it also observes my inbox and it watches those conditions. That's like, if I receive a flight confirmation, then look in my CRM for people who live in the place I'm visiting.
Wow.
And then send me an email. So if I go to New York, I just like book a flight to New York. Soon Lindy will do that for me. I'm going to receive a flight confirmation. And then he's going to be like, Flo, you're going to New York. And I don't need to do anything. It just sends me an email. And then, Flo, I saw you're going to New York. Here's like 8 people that you know in New York that you should meet.
Oh, wow.
Do you want me to send them an email to arrange for a holiday?
That could be incredible.
And I can just respond to the email. I don't really need to open it. I just respond to the emails he sends me. And I'm like, oh yeah, like totally. Can you help me find time with like Bud and John and Johnny? Yeah.
Wow. This is going to save so much time.
It is. Yeah. You will start receiving an email at the end of the week that tells you Lindy has saved you so many hours this week. And it's an estimate, you know, but like most people, when you just get started, you start saving like 5 or 10 hours a week. I save like 50 hours a week. It's like I double my output if there's a myth.
But then the question then becomes, if you're saving all this time, what are you doing in the time that you save?
Oh,
are you working even more? Or
I am working harder. I am working harder than ever. Which is why I was answering your question. You were like, is it going to replace jobs? I actually think people are going to become more busy because then they become the bottleneck of a very productive asset. But over the very long term, yes, it is going to fall jobs.
Amazing. Flo, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
It was incredible. In this entire video, we started with understanding the basics of AI agents. How do AI agents work? What are the applications of it? We then went hands-on in Lindy, looking at exactly how can you build AI agents from scratch without knowing anything about coding by just typing it out. And the most important skill that you can learn today is the skill to write and think clearly and converting that into the flows that we saw today. The flow editor, flow. Amazing. Thank you so much for watching this till the end. The link to Lindy will be in the description of the video. Go have a look at it, try it out yourself, and we'll be back again with some another video.
Thank you so much.
We'll then book a flight.
Sounds good.
Lindy. Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.